Here we go, buckle in. I know, everyone wants to turn Trump into a messiah because he happened to turn his head. But we are dangerously far from seeing the truth and even further from understanding it. That was not an assassination attempt. That was someone publicly ending their own life in a desperate cry for help and visibility from a 20-year-old who was drowning in themselves. The shooter Googled Biden, Trump, the Attorney General Merrick Garland in the words, quote, major depressive disorder in the hours before he randomly chose the most public place to finally try and make himself seen. It wasn't about Trump at all. He was just trying to connect to Trump's visibility. And we are failing to connect the dots. Our entire generation of children and teens are at an unprecedented level of existential despair. Days ago, a gigantically important study came out of Dartmouth University, stating for the first time in human history, record numbers of young people in countries all over the world, not in 1 or 3 or even 5 countries, but everywhere, shows a disturbing new trend that's been found now in 80 countries globally, from A to Z, from Australia to Zimbabwe, where there is an unprecedented plummeting of well-being into deeply negative states. And this downturn, no, did not start with the pandemic. It started in 2011, to be exact, a whole 2 years after self-destruction was officially recognized as the #1 cause of death in America. This study out of Dartmouth about our kids is much bigger news than a toupee-wearing megalomaniac reality TV star getting lucky once again, because our global society is now filled with 2 very different groups of children. The first group is comprised of almost 500 million kids who are now living in war, famine, and dire external conditions. And the rest of the world's children who do have food and a roof over their head and a family are now living with a war within themselves. And they are not dodging those bullets. And we are not seeing it. The kids are truly not all right. And why is this happening? Because kids are the collateral damage to an entire world who has endorsed a hollow, empty, superficial value system of normalized suffering. Our kids are the blinking red light, and this invisibility ends right here and right now. If we start talking about this instead of Trump and Kamala or whoever else, then we will begin to build a world that our children actually deserve. But right now, having a child is basically automatic child abuse, because we are bringing children into a burning world and then doing nothing about it. I am Brigitte Secard, and I upload every day to help our species break the cycle of self-destruction and suffering for the first time in human history, and helping our world to bloom, because that is what you deserve. Thanks for watching. I'm doing this for you. Please click the link and read the Dartmouth study for yourself and share it with everyone you know, because our kids are counting on you.